Find a way. Find a way. Don't be so quick to give up. Don't be so quick to give up on your dream, on your vision, on yourself. Like a lot of this stuff really goes back to our childhood, our thoughts about ourselves, whether or not we feel worthy of what we are saying that we want. Like that can be a major block for you. I often think about how I really struggled for so long with asking for what I want, because I was always I was always thinking there was not enough for me, or if there was enough, the people who were better than me, smarter than me, the people who were more confident than me, then those were the people who were getting it. Like I felt like I didn't have what it took to get it. Like, yes, I wanted it, but I was constantly battling myself, constantly in that battle of self-doubt. And it just kept me going in circles instead of actually moving forward. And so today I want to challenge you to find a way. Like, do not let yourself off the hook. If there is a desire that you have, I want today, like actually you can pause or whatever you need to do and get you a pen and paper or put it in your phone. First, you need to write down, I must find a way. You got to write that down. I must find a way. And then you need to write down what it is that you want. Like what is it that you really, really want? What is it that has been in your heart for years, but you keep pushing it back because you don't believe that it's possible for you? Because you don't believe it. And this is the truth, right? It's not as difficult as you think it is. It's not as difficult as you've told yourself it is. If what you want to do has been accomplished by anyone else, that is confirmation that it's possible. Let me tell y'all something. Because sometimes when I look at people who are really, really like, and say what you want to say about Beyonce or whatever, but I'm just saying, when you look at people who are really doing it, right? When you look at people who are New York Times best-selling authors, when you look at people who can sell out stadiums, like what kind of mindset do you think they have? Or what kind of confidence do you think they have? Like, how consistent do you think they are? Do you think, they just kind of practice whenever they want to? No. They are at the top of their game, and yet they're still consistent. I was listening to an interview the other day with Kobe Bryant, and he was talking about, and I actually shared this with my daughter too. He was talking about how he started in his first time in camp and basketball camp, and he did not score any points. And he decided that he was going to practice every single day. And he said something that he was like, most of the kids my age were practicing maybe 2 days a week for an hour to an hour and a half. So when I started practicing every single day, I was getting progressively better than everyone else. And he said, I said in my mind, I may not even be the best next year. God, do y'all get this? Find a way. He said, I may not be the best next year, but over the years, I'm going to surpass everyone because I'm going to stay committed, because I'm going to do this every single day. I'm going to give it my all every single day. It doesn't matter how I feel. I'm going to get up and do this. Like, that's how you become the best. They found a way. Look at some of these stories when these people like Tyler Perry, and they're saying, I was selling stuff out of the trunk of my car. I will find a way. So are you willing to find a way? Or are you going to just keep making excuses? There is always a solution, but it's going to be up to you to find it. You've got to decide that you will not let up until you get what you came to get. Whatever that is for you. I don't know what that is, but you do. And so you've got to make that decision. You've got to stop procrastinating. You've got to stop starting and stopping. You've got to call yourself out when you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You can't put that on anybody else. Own it. You have to own it. You have to own every goal that you set. You've got to own every desire that you have in your heart. That's on you to make it happen. Not anybody else. You've got to develop your strategy and execute it. Because this is what I used to do. And I don't want to get too long-winded, but what I would do was I would write down all of these things that I intended to do, because I like to research. So it was fun researching and learning and, I'm going to do this and then when it was time to execute, I got nervous. My negative self-talk started taking over and I didn't take action. So then I would just change it. I'm going to do this instead, but that means I got to do more research. And so I was just going in circles. Develop the strategy and execute. And many times it requires doing the hard things. It requires you getting out of your comfort zone. It requires you feeling a little nervous, a little anxious, a little afraid, but you do it anyway. If the path was easy, everybody would have everything they want. At the end of the day, it's going to take sacrifice. There is no way for you to get from where, if you got a solid goal, like a goal that scares you a little bit, you can't get there by being mediocre, by being average. You can't get there by picking and choosing what you're going to do and when you're going to be consistent. You got to be willing to call yourself out. And you got to be willing to ride the waves. It's not going to be easy. I wish it was. I wish it was. It's not. You're going to have some challenges, but once you get into it, you'll be like, you know what? It wasn't as bad as I thought. Because see, this is the thing. Your brain, your mind will make you feel like it's so far-fetched that you won't even have the willpower to get up and take that first step. Like, once you get into the doing, the thing that was super hard for you 3 months ago, you'll be doing with ease. Like, if you're nervous about speaking, if you just start getting up and speaking, even if it's just for a couple of minutes, or start recording videos, even if it's 2 minutes, the more you do it, the easier it will become. So you got to do that hard thing until it becomes easy. All I'm saying is you got to find a way. Until next time, take care.